welcome you to Fit Fitness into Your Lifestyle. This is a series of sessions that's going to shine a new light on healthy eating and exercise. Today we're going to focus solely on healthy eating, in a session I like to call "You Don't Have to Stop Eating to Stay Healthy." Overall, as the saying goes, you are what you eat. Only sugar and fatty foods are going to create a very unhealthy body, whereas a healthy and a balanced diet are going to create a healthy and balanced person. Of course, too much of anything, even if it is healthy, is still bad for you. And then if you don't eat anything at all, then what are you? So you gotta think about it that way. Okay, next slide. Now thinking about everything I just said, it's all common sense. You're probably wondering, why am I telling you that? It's obvious. So if that's all common sense, then shouldn't our diets be common sense also? Perhaps the secret diet to weight loss and healthy living isn't so secret after all. So there's a difference between portions and serving size. Serving size is a specified amount, it's a measurement, usually in cups or tablespoons. Portions is what we end up putting on our plate. So for example, for breakfast, a pancake serving size, as labeled on the box, is usually 4 inches, like the one on the left. But normally when we eat pancakes, we eat something more like the size on the right, the 6 inches. So what we're actually doing is we're eating 2 servings of pancakes and thinking that we're only eating 1. So now that we know how to eat, we can go out and get the right foods. But before we start shopping and cooking, I want to share with you the truth about food. Next one. Okay, so first we're going to talk about food myths. There's a lot of talk going on about what's the right way to eat, the right way to cook, the right way to buy food, and a lot of it are rumors. So I want to talk about some of those rumors and then set them straight. So in this segment, I'm actually going to ask you questions, and I want you to call out the answer. Next question, are oils healthier than butter and margarine? Yes. If you're trying to lose weight, remember butter and olive oil have the same exact calories, which are 120 per tablespoon. But olive oil is better than butter because butter has more of those bad fats, these saturated fats, the trans fats. Okay, so like the light olive oil, most labels are a marketing technique. They're there to sell the product, they're not actually caring about your health. So I'm going to show you some of the most common misleading food labels so that when you go out shopping, you can watch out for these. The next one is sugar-free. My warning here is, unless you're diabetic or you have some problem with a tolerance of sugar, don't buy sugar-free products thinking you're being healthier. Sugar-free doesn't actually mean the product has less calories than the regular version. It might actually have more calories than the regular version, because what they're actually doing is, because there's no sugar in it, they're filling it up with other sources of calories through fat, through carbohydrates, and from other sources. They'll fill up the calories, still make it taste good, but then they'll make you buy it because it says sugar-free on the top. Next one. Along the same lines, we have fat-free. Now, fat-free may have less fat, but what they're doing is it's still as many calories as the full fat version. Packages say it's fat-free, but then they load it with sugar instead. And the same thing happens with sugar-free products. So when you have a package that says fat-free, they put sugar in it. When it says sugar-free, they put fat in it just to balance it out. And then they try to sell it to you. So the truth is, you can go ahead and buy a couple, but don't think that you're being healthy. What they're actually doing is the marketing technique. So if you're buying a cookie, know that you should limit your intake. Don't think just because it says fat-free, I can eat 5 cookies instead of 1. That's all I'm saying. So just watch out for those labels. Is we're going to pretend that we're ordering dinner at Capiano's, and we want to order a healthy dinner. To decipher our menu. When you open up a menu, usually they have the name of the dish and then they have an explanation of how it's cooked, what's in it, stuff like that. So right off the bat, when you look at something, there's some things that you should say yes to and some things you should say no to. Say no to fried, au gratin, crispy, scalloped, pan-fried, sautéed, buttered, creamed, or stuffed. But say yes to steamed, broiled, baked, grilled, poached, or roasted. So if you look at the ingredients and you are trying to choose between 2 dishes, pick the one that says the yes column rather than the stuff that's on the no column. want to eat meat, choose seafood and chicken and other types of leaner meat instead of the fat-filled beef, pork, veal. The next one is shrimp and broccoli. Sauteed in olive oil and garlic over penne pasta. Again, it says sauteed. Please cross it out. Next one, capellini positano. Jumbo lump crab meat sauteed in olive oil, garlic, basil, diced plum, tomatoes, and white sauce. Again, please try to cross it out. Good news is the next ones look pretty good. Shrimp marinara. Tips by cuisine. So all around the world, food is cooked differently. And so in each type of restaurant, you need to watch out how you eat differently. So your healthy choices may be different in each type of cuisine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a few different types of ethnic cuisines, and we're going to figure out how to choose food in those types of restaurants. Indian food. Indian food has its good and bad points. It's good because it includes lots of grains high in fiber and less animal protein. Legumes and vegetables are also commonly used, which is another good point. The problem is that much of the food is prepared with ghee. Ghee is clarified butter, it's very fattening, or it's also fried or sauteed, so we've got to watch out for that. Also, coconut oil and milk, which we talked about, has very high saturated fats, which would be very solid. That's also bad for you. So the first couple of tips, watch out for ghee and watch out for coconut oil and milk. Try to stay away from dishes with that. Next, when you're ordering appetizers, start with a salad or start with something that has yogurt and chopped and shredded vegetables. Start light because the meals will usually be heavier. Then also, again, you're going to have large portions, so you know what to do with those portions. Choose chicken or seafood instead of lamb or beef. A lot of the dishes are either or, so choose the leaner meats again instead because you're going to cut down on the fats and the calories. And order half protein, half vegetable. So if you're ordering with a group of people, make half of your dishes vegetable and make half of your dishes meat instead of all meat, because that's a lot of high saturated fats that you're putting in. It's a lot of extra that you don't really need. And last but not least, I would like to thank all of you. There is no event without an audience, and I'm really appreciative of what you came out here today to support me. So thank you so much.